Hi, my name is Mario Hyman, and today's my first day on a carnivore diet. Actually, it's been 24 hours now, and I want to just tell you a little bit about myself and what I'm feeling right now. You know, what 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 I'm experiencing. Um, First off, I live in New York City, uh, and I grew up around all types of cuisines and foods. Uh, I mean, you can only imagine what's here because it's all different cultures here, and they brought all their cultural foods here also. So you get to taste everything. You get to smell everything. Just walking down the street. I'm uh, I'm 63 years old, and I lived here all my life. And believe me, I got to taste most of them. So I've been. I started putting on weight like in my 30s. Uh, I was pretty athletic when I was younger. I was into karate, very heavy, basketball, sports. Um, and then my 30s, I started picking up weight. My life became a lot more sedimentary, and the kind of work I did too. Uh, I worked in a classroom mostly, uh, so I wasn't moving around a lot, except to walk up the stairs to the classroom. Uh, um, I've tried multiple different diets in my life. You know, one being carbohydrate diet. Uh, I read the book and then I was excited and I was doing it. And, that's the one that you can like, eat what you want within that one period or 1 hour. I mean, you have no carbs all day, but just 1 hour you can eat whatever you want to, and it releases the insulin, blah blah blah. So, you know, and that was a really strange, being in a restaurant, waiting for them to serve your food. I remember I went to not Atlantic City, I went to City Island to get some seafood with a friend of mine, Michelle. And I remember this is about 20 years ago. We were at this place called Sammy's, and Sammy's would give you like these. If you hear any noise, know that I'm in New York, so it's pretty noisy. We were in a restaurant called Sammy's, and they're known to give you like these big portions. And so we wanted a carbohydrate diet. So we were waiting for them to serve our food. And so they were really slow about it. So we were already 20 minutes into that hour, So, I mean, it was crazy. When they brought the bread, I mean, we were eating like savages. I mean, when the hot bread came with the biscuits, we were trying to, when the food finally came, we had like 20 minutes to eat it. It was a mess. I mean, but it just, it was insane to live like that. So, and look forward to the reward. That was good. You know what I mean? You look forward to that 1 hour to just gorge out and stuff like that. So, you know, that was sort of fad, you know, and I went back to my old eating habits, and so did my friend. So now where I'm at is this carnivore diet. Now, I was hearing friends tell me about it, right? And all the negative messages. Oh, it's a fad diet. Oh, your cholesterol. it's gonna make your heartbeat stop, all kind of stuff, you know. So um I decided this time that I was gonna set myself up to win. What I mean by that is I'm just not gonna tell people my eating plan. I'm not gonna tell them I'm on the carnivore diet because I don't want the discussion to be about my diet and my eating plan. And I don't want to hear the negative messages. Um, because I think some people would be happy to hear that you're on a diet, you know, but they critique the diet and then you feel bad and then you eat because you feel bad. It's like, maybe they're right. But I'm really tired of that. So I'm going to set myself up to win this time, because there's a lot of like food is love, right? You know, I come from African American culture. I'm African American, so we got soul food, and so our culture, just like a lot of other cultures, Polish, Italian, the Spanish, food is love, right? Okay, and the aunt comes out of nowhere, right? Oh my God, look at you! You got so big. What are you eating? What happened to you? Right? You remember that aunt? And then that same aunt during a wedding or funeral will come in with a plate the size of a Empire State Building for you. And you go, what's that about? Just eat, 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 eat. Never mind, never mind. Go ahead, eat, baby, eat. So this is the kind of messages that you get. Food is love, and it's comforting. It doesn't talk back to you. It's concise, right? It's hot, you know, and so it's always been my friend. But it's not my friend anymore because now I'm older, right? I'm like 63. I just turned 63 a couple of months ago. And my mobility, I mean, it's just about shot almost, I mean, I can't stand for long periods of time, which is crazy. And my back hurts and I use a scooter a lot. I got dependent on it. When I had the scooter, it sat here for like 2 years. I didn't even bother with it. I've noticed that I've been depending on it a lot more, and that's crazy. Uh, and then I don't like it. I don't go into the gym because, of course, I feel, and you might identify with this, you know, um, that I'm going to be ostracized, and then I know people tell me, say because I see I'm intimidated by people walking around, you know what I'm saying, like like superheroes, and you walk in there. But I think the reality of it is that if I was muscular, if I was fit, if somebody like me walked into a gym, I'll be like, yeah, do it. They're doing something about it, right? But that's just me. That's how I think. But my mind tells me, oh, giving the negative messages, right? You know, the damaged part of my brain says, oh, don't go in there because people are going to be staring and all this. So it's the fetus, all of it. And I've overcome a lot of my fears going into this carnivore diet because believe me, it was tough because you know, uh, I thought it was like, carbohydrate diet, and I know about the keto diet. I said, oh my God, but all of, the insulin and the ketone levels, they're all related. I know this, I mean, I guess I could write a book, but the application of it is a whole different other story. Um, but 24 hours now, I've been doing this diet or this eating plan, let's put it like that. And right now, I tell you, I feel good. I feel better than I have felt in a while. And that's no bullshit, right? Mm. It's crazy. I'm not hungry. I'm not craving. Uh, I'm not waiting for my next meal, tapping my feet, you know. I'm not on DoorDash. You know about that, right? It's crazy. I got addicted to DoorDash during the pandemic, and a lot of you will identify with me with the pandemic. Oh, we're trapped. This is the end of the world. You know, I mean, what's going to become of me? So we might as well, eat to oblivion, right? Let me call DoorDash, and the guy's right there. Contact uh, free delivery. I don't have to see you or I don't look at your face, at the shock of the amount of food that I'm buying. You're already gone, right? So, I mean, it was crazy. When I saw the movie Whale 2 last year, that really shook me too. And I identify with certain segments of that movie. And of course, it's depression and the denial and the anger, okay? About, oh my God, you let yourself get this big, oh my God, whole bunch of shit, right? So I kind of overcame that in the last 24 hours because what has overcome that for me is the way I feel, right? And believe me, I'm not hardly bullshitting. If I was, I wouldn't take the time to even make uh, this little recording because I feel really good. I mean, and I'm shocked. I'm really shocked, you know. I thought, and then see the concept of the carnivore diet also just boggles my mind, right? Um, you know, I see those sausages frying, or, bacon and egg, I mean, we love it. It's like, yo, I'm in heaven and I didn't even know it. I mean, bacon grease and oh my God, you know. So it's just hard to believe, If somebody would actually see us doing that, they would say, wow, look, you're eating the wrong thing. And they would say, you're killing yourself and all this stuff. But people are going to consider what they're going to say. But it's hard when you see that stuff frying in a pan and you go, wow, is this going to really actually help me lose weight? It's going to curb the hunger. Well, I can tell you in 24 hours here, I'm not hungry. I made a bacon and eggs yesterday morning, and I wasn't hungry at all to the evening. I had some Greek yogurt, and I had some turkey legs, you know, because I know and that's it. I didn't want any popcorn. I didn't want any Venerio's uh, bakery food, cannolis, the wedding cake. I like wedding cake, that really moist inside, the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't feel like I wanted any of that, and then it's the weekend. So, you know what I'm saying? Of course, when the weekend comes, oh, I deserve something, and all of this stuff. So please, all right. I didn't feel that. I don't feel it now. And, I'm bored a little bit. And when I'm bored, I nosh, munch, and all of this stuff. And I don't have any of those things in my house right now. So for dinner, for lunch, I'm going to make me, well, I'm going to have a late lunch, but I'm going to have me some liver, you know, uh, and stuff like that. And I'm going to have some steak for dinner. And that's it. I drink a lot of water for now. And there's a lot more for me to learn. I found out I can't have mayonnaise. At least the mayonnaise, because of the seed oil that it uses, they says it's like Hellman's mayonnaise I can't use, so I can use some other stuff. So I'm gonna uh, look into that, see what I can use. Also the seasonings I can use and things that make the burgers taste a little better. So just little tricks. And I can enjoy my meal and say, hey, you know what? Uh, I'm just doing it dogmatically, and it doesn't taste like anything. It tastes like a Scooby snack or something. I want to give it a little flavor. Um, but I'm interested now. I'm in this because not so much in the concept of the diet, because still in the back of my mind, I'm worried about the cholesterol. I am worried about that. I don't have high cholesterol, but I just don't want to get it. So, but it's a race for time for me because I'm not gonna tell you my weight now. Doing my in the future, I'll tell you. But I'm morbidly obese, and I have to lose this weight. My father died at 70 years old on his birthday. On his birthday, right? And I'm 63, so of course, I'm saying, I look at my mortality. And I was just telling somebody that the other day. It's just like, what's going to happen to me? And then I say, how many people as big as I am are walking around 75 years old, 80 years old? You hardly see none. You know why? Because they're in the boneyard. Zilch, done, finished, over. And I know this. So, cognitively, I got it in my mind, it's there. I'm cognitive of it. But still, I'm afraid of relapse, even though, because it's still in the back of my mind, I'm going to mess up. But I read something today, and it said, if you mess up, just keep going. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I needed to hear that because, of course, in my mind, oh, you're finished now. It didn't work. Just continue on doing what you're doing in the same pattern. It's the ridiculous things that we come up in our minds, right? To sabotage what we're doing, right? And we look for co-signatures of people, and right, you know what it's about. So, I mean, for me, this is about life and death. Okay, this is about life and death for me. Um, this is not about you know vanity or say, oh, I want to look better in my clothes. See, all that comes later on, but right now, I want to live. I got teenage grandkids. I got a son. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see them, get married, have kids, and all that. I don't want them to be. I don't want to be a memory. Oh, you know, uh, that was granddad, stuff like that. And he was he had problems with his weight, and so I'm involved in a lot of things, and I'm a musician. I'm a producer. I make songs for different productions and movies and all that stuff. I do all that stuff now that I'm retired from the New York City Board of Education. I was a school counselor. Uh, and all that doesn't mean anything now. All that doesn't mean anything now. So I dropped a couple of projects that I had, pretty lucrative projects that are coming up. I put them to the side for a minute, let somebody else have it because I have to concentrate on me right now. Maybe one of them. So, or else I'm dead. I'm dead. So, and look, and I'm not playing with this now. I'm not playing with this. So, like I said, I'm morbidly obese. And I tried a lot of things, but I set myself up to lose before. So it doesn't matter what you do. I mean, if you're going to set yourself up to lose, you're going to lose. And if I'm eating something, if I'm in a restaurant with some friends and they see my portion, and they start talking about my portion, you know what I'm going to tell them? I'm going to lie to them. They're going to say, "Wow, is that going to fill you up, Mary, or is that's enough? You're not going to put anything else on your plate?" I said, "Well, I've already eaten already." So it looks like I'm overeating, right? So they just move right on to the next subject. I don't want to talk about my eating plan. So, to a lot of you out there, I would suggest that you start using that. Don't talk about your eating plan. Set yourself up to win, because people have something to say about the carnivore diet or the keto diet, whatever diet you're on, whatever eating plan you're on, people will have something to say, and it's usually negative. All right? So don't talk about it. You know what I mean? They'll see the results. If you want to share it, fine. But while you're going through this, keep it to yourself. Just keep on going. And talk to the people that support you. Now I have people that support me now. Like my friend Michelle, because her and I were tearing it apart. We were breaking it apart, and because we were both on the carbohydrate diet. And the bottom line, we're all older now. Our metabolism is slower, and I have so much more life to live, right? Yeah. So anyway, so this is my first 24 hours. My name is Mario, and I look forward to our next session. And hopefully I'll have some good news for you. Okay. Peace and blessings.